Eye-opening investigation. Millions of Americans spray tan every year, believing it's a safe alternative to tanning beds and sunbathing. But one of the newest members of our team, ABC's Mark Greenblatt, has uncovered some important health information in an ABC News investigation. Welcome again, Matt.
Thank you so much. I'll tell you what, I went in for one of these spray tans myself, and what happened was I came out and didn't like the way that my skin smelled. So started doing some digging and take a look at what we found.
From the Jersey Shore.
So what's the first thing you guys are going to do when you get home?
Tanning! To our favorite celebs next door. Real Housewives want in on it.
I have to be fabulously tan.
Even 4-year-olds want that faux glow.
I can get brown like Beyonce.
But turns out experts say a chemical inside that magical mist may pose a potential health hazard.
If I said, doctor, should I go tan in a spray tan facility?
My response now would be there might be some risk.
Potential risks documented in 10 lab studies obtained by ABC News on DHA, the chemical in spray tan that actually turns your skin brown. One study on tanning lotions calls it a potential human health hazard. Another says DHA can cause DNA damage in skin cells.
What you showed me certainly leads me to say I have to rethink what I'm doing.
Just one of a half dozen medical experts concerned after reviewing those studies. New since the Food and Drug Administration approved DHA 35 years ago for external use in lotions. But today, millions tan with DHA-based spray every year, even though DHA has not been approved for use in spray tan by the FDA because no manufacturer has ever even tried to get it approved. What's more, the FDA says DHA should not be inhaled or ingested.
It's winding up in your respiratory system. Be very concerned about the potential for lung cancer. It needs further investigation.
The FDA tells consumers to protect their eyes, nose, and lips.
I'm rolling.
But when we sent our hidden cameras to a dozen salons,
Do you offer protection?
only a few had eye covers or nose plugs, and every salon discouraged us from wearing any protective gear.
You don't need it. You really don't need it.
We wouldn't recommend for you to wear them because when you spray your face, that part is going to be not tan.
Most told us all we had to do was close our eyes and hold our breath,
They also have goggles, but you don't need that.
leaving eyebrows and eyelashes exposed, giving DHA a pathway straight to the eye.
Do you have to wear protection?
No.
Not like, what if it gets in your eyes?
Oh, no.
Other salons didn't seem to care if we inhaled the mist.
Do you have nose plugs though, if I wanted to wear something?
Honey, you fine. You fine, okay? For years and years we do this, so no worry, okay? First time when you blow your nose, because you breathe it, it's a little bit brown.
That's right, brown stuff coming from your nose.
Yeah, and then you blow your nose and it comes out.
And online, some salons go further, actually saying you can eat DHA, that it's food grade and approved for ingestion by the FDA. But get this, they're confusing two completely different kinds of DHA, both with the same abbreviated name. One turns your skin brown, the other a health supplement, also found in foods like salmon and milk.
Food grade DHA, suntan DHA, something completely different. Isn't that misleading to the American public to tell them that something is safe to eat and approved by the FDA when in fact it is not?
I don't believe it is anybody's intent to mislead.
That's Joe Levy, the industry's top dog educator of U.S. tanning salons and salon owner himself.
This is all over the industry that it's safe to eat this stuff.
And yet we're not feeding it to people.
But listen to this guy.
It's super safe. You can drink the solution if you want.
Okay.
It's great for pregnant women.
There is, at this point, no understanding that there's any adverse effects. No one has communicated that to my organization.
And about all those studies calling DHA a potential health hazard,
Mark, I haven't seen any of them.
You're the head of the education for tanning salons. You haven't heard of any of these studies or looked into them yourself?
Mark, no.
But this morning, change is on the way. That's because the tanning industry says that because of our investigation, it's launching a major retraining that will hit nearly every tanning salon in the United States to make sure that they all take those FDA recommendations seriously, Rob.
So what about these salons that are saying, oh, the DHA, oh, it's okay if you ingest it, no problem there. What about that?
Well, we traced that back to a major tanning manufacturer called Norvell Skin Solutions. The company's president tells me that he was absolutely in error to make those claims. What he's saying now is that he's all also even one of these guys that's recommending you finally wear a breathing filter, like a nose plug like this, put it up in your nose, keep the DHA out.
So if they're saying they're not approved, how can salons be offering it?
It's really a case of nobody minding the store in this case, Robin. What's happening, the FDA, well, they don't regulate this kind of spray tan. They pass the buck to local and health departments. Trouble is that when we talk to those local and health departments, well, they don't regulate this stuff either.
But as you said, change is underway because of your investigation. Mark, thank you very much. We appreciate it.